All right, all right. All right, say something, brother.
Yo.
All right, cool. All right, no hiccups this time. I'm gonna just head right into it.
So shout out.
Yep. No hiccups this time. Oh, it's looking beautiful.
Nice.
Oh, it looks amazing. I forgot what our podcast looked like without no hiccups.
I'm struggling, man. Playing flex on comp. Ooh.
All right. So we are on screen now.
All right. Yo, what's going on, everybody?
Awesome. All right, so we are actually just gonna hop right into the topic. So for context, for everybody watching both on Twitch and on YouTube, we had previously did episode 2 of the podcast, but unfortunately, a lot of frame drops were happening. So if you guys still want to listen in on that, the audio is completely fine. You guys can find that footage over here on Twitch. Go to my collections and then just go to my Smash Legends collection, and then you can listen in on that. But for the better version, this being this version with no frame drops or anything, we're going to be going over the information that we did previously. And now that this update has come, it is 9/13. And the update came out yesterday, so we did have like a little bit of time to see it and actually talk about it now. So we're gonna go ahead and flip on over, and I'll just do again a quick overview over the update notes. So we do have the random legend box packages added, in which case what this is that you are able to buy it for 49 cents, and then they also have a 79 cents version to buy this, and you are going to be given a random legend. The only downside is that unfortunately you do have a chance of getting a duplicate legend, and you're only going to be getting 100 gems for that legend. So it would have been better if they just made this to where it'll guarantee give you any random legend that you don't have, but that's just wishful thinking. So it's good in concept, not so good in execution. Next up, we do have the changes and improvements, in which case we'll be going over the balance update notes. Now, just for some quality of life things, they have been pushing this whole mythic skin and portraits heavily. So we do see here that now we will be able to see the skin effects, being the legend's appearance, affects the color, sound effects, and also unique portraits, along with the new portrait that they have. And what's number one? Number one, skin previews will now display what will change when equipping skins. So that's really cool whenever you click, I guess, that camera button right there. Then they have some bug fixes. And then for anybody that is wanting to, I guess, like get whatever they're giving here for this coupon, I don't know what this coupon gives, but you are able to use Good Game SL Update 30. And this is good until September 26th. And so again, right now it is the 13th, so you have until the 26th to use it. But now we're going to get into the meat of things, talking about the balance patches, right? The thing that we all love, in which case Zepeda and Ravi ended up getting buffed. Jacko, Octavia, and T-Moon ended up getting nerfed. And then Kaiser, this is actually Kaiser's biggest update. He did get an adjustment, but this pretty much highlights Kaiser the most, right? So scrolling down, Zepeda ended up getting nerfed down to the ground, and a lot of people have been complaining. Shout out to Mayhem. And right now, they're pretty much like reverting Zepeda to how she used to be. So this is a buff, quote unquote, heavy air quotes. However, it's really just reverting her to how she used to be, right? So now her ground skill reaches a lot longer than what it used to. But again, if you were used to old Zepeda, then now you have that back. Unfortunately, I don't think that the it combos anymore still, so that's a thing, being like the air auto into the ground skill or something like that, unfortunately. But we'll see what else happens to Zepeda. When it comes to Ravi, he did get a damage increase, the damage scaling increase for the ability Instant Awakening. So if you do use that, for all the Ravi players out there, you did get this damage buff. Now for Jacko, previously, both Muscle and I did talk about this in regards of they're decreasing the damage by 100, but we don't know what 100 is doing. It's a joke, as you did hear Muscle laugh just now. We more so agreed on like, all right, so how about you increase it to like 500, right? Then we're talking, because then it's actually going to make a huge difference. If you're decreasing it by 100, that's not really doing much, considering the entirety of the combo that he can do. You're still going to be left with one shot type health, right? So I say start hitting that 500 mark and then seeing what that does. And if 500 is too much, then start hitting the 250s, right? But this little 100 stuff it's not really hitting. Next up, we're going to have the nerf for Octavia. The Legario ultimate gauge charge rate decrease, and the reason why they were nerfing this was because her win rate, her win and pick rate for this ability was way too high, so they ended up saying, hey, we gotta chop this down a little bit, in which case I do love me some Octavia, but it doesn't really affect me too much because this isn't an ability that I use. So if you guys do use this ability, then I'm sorry to break it to you, but this did end up getting nerfed. But on the contrary, it's only nerfed by 4%, and that's at the later stages of it. So if you're still at the earlier percentages, you're not really seeing it. You know, this stayed the same, the 16%, got nerfed by 1%, nerfed by 2%, nerfed by 3%, nerfed by 4%. So these nerfs, I don't think are really hitting like that, right? Now for T-Moon, this is also a damage decrease, talking about 100, not really big at all. However, this 17% is possibly a game changer. I still haven't tested this out myself. The ground skills knockback decreased by approximately 17%. This is really big just because T-Moon has been extremely frustrating, extremely annoying. Yes, she's on the DF roster, but her little ass is still annoying. But this knockback decrease, again, may be big because she had way too much knockback, right? Now, we're talking about the biggest adjustment, the biggest man in the room being Kaiser. Is that his skill ended up getting adjusted, unfortunately. So the reason why it's an adjustment is because he also got a nerf along with a buff, right? So they cancel each other out. I don't know why they're touching his cooldown, because I don't feel as though Kaiser needs to be nerfed at all. But 1 second cooldown, so be it. The biggest thing right now is the fact that his ultimate now has permanent hyper armor, in which case we chopped it up to where T-Moon has super armor, to where, you know, super armor can go through regular attacks and skills, but hyper armor goes through ultimates as well, right? So now for his ultimate, he no longer has to just straight up attack in order to have that hyper armor. He's able to run around, stand still, and jump and still have that hyper armor, right? In which case it's something huge. And previously, talking about the conversation that we had before this update, is that Muscle, I want you to go ahead and give your take on what you thought this was before it actually came in.
Yeah. So my initial concerns were mixed. So although I saw the absolute like great idea within having it be active at all times, I also saw it as a potential thing that people could abuse. Now with this in mind, I was thinking more along the lines of frame interactions. Now, if any of you know, and any of you seen most of these multi-hitting legends, Jacko, Snow, Hook, where they have like several consecutive hits. Now, as I recall previously, Kaiser's armor was dependent on his ability to attack. So his frames were elongated by the fact that he was getting multi-hit while registering the armor, but still hypering through. So I was under the impression that this was going to be the entirety of his gameplay. Just like slow moving Kaiser, because armor will inflict delay on movement. And I thought that was going to be a completely abusable thing. Actually here, perfect. So like, thank you, Metsu. That flashback of that video there that Goku pulled off gives me PTSD. And I was under the impression that that was going to be our reality. So 100%, that's what I thought was going to be the biggest issue. I thought that it was going to be a great thing in the aspect of, I don't know if any of you know, but Kaiser did have previously open frames after ulti. There was a small gap. After third auto, there's a small gap. And then after he does 2 punches in the air and he lands, it's a confirmed punish. So he's open and you can completely punish him in like these 3 different scenarios. So I thought closing the gaps on that end was going to be really great because then that Kaiser could be punished. But yeah, I was completely wrong.
So, going into this, right, is that reading it conceptually, what I had thought about it, what I was trying to get across to Muscle was that I felt as though when they said that he was going to have permanent hyper armor, I'm like, all right, well, we already have characters in the game that have, permanent hyper armor with a jump. We're talking about Aoi, we're talking about Alice, we're talking about Cindy, we're talking about Young, right? Now, with these characters, even when they are hit, right, at the end of any hit frame, they end up jumping out of it. So I'll pull up another clip here. Let me see if I can actually get it. Copy message link. I'll pull it up here. No. Is there a way that I'd actually be able to just like pull it up?
What exactly are you trying to pull out? I'm sorry. Oh.
Yeah, I don't know if I can just. Actually, you know what? I'll just quickly download it.
Yeah,
no
that's
problem.
what I was gonna say. You could probably do some video player.
All right, cool. So, I was on my phone at the time, and I was showing him this concept, right? To where Aoi, she does have a jump with her ultimate, and I was like, if it's anything like the legend that we already have with a jump, then this is what's gonna happen. You end up ulting her, right? And it keeps her in place for this little bit. You're able to get your skill off, but then she's gonna be able to jump out of it, and when you try to hit her again, she's already up in the air, right? So I'm like, now that Kaiser doesn't have to attack, he's gonna be able to move, and he's gonna be completely fine, right? Then, once we actually got the update, we ended up seeing how crazy this actually is, because to my surprise, Kaiser barely has any hit stop with this, right? Which means that he's able to completely jump out of Jacko's ultimate. So we're gonna see it here. He throws it and he's able to jump instantly, right? There's barely any hit stop. How is it? How many hits is that? It looks like he only hit 4 times. Yeah, Jacko's ultimate was only able to hit 4 times here, right? And he was able to jump out of it. So I'm so happy to see this come to fruition. Now, I want to hear your take on this, Muscle, because as we know that there are a lot of broken things about this game, unfortunately, right? However, the community continues to play in it, in which case the current meta is, just a lot of burst damage. We see a lot of Jackos, especially recently for whatever reason. We see a huge uprise on Jackos. Snow is still in the business. Red is still in the business. Wolfgang is still somewhat there. We do see a lot of Wukongs. We're seeing all of these characters with a crap ton of damage, and I don't think that for this to be a team-based game, none of these roles really matter like that. Now, I may be, stretching a whole lot here, but I don't feel as though for a game like Overwatch, right? Or other team-based games, I don't feel as though roles or legends in this game particularly matter all that much. Like, you're not needing a support all that much, like in order for heals. You're not needing a Vanguard all that much. It's just DPS, 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 and that's the game.
Right. Now,
what's crazy is that Kaiser is within the spectrum of being one of those extremely fair legends, right? I put him like in the place with Cindy, Peter, Alice, Kaiser, like those type legends are really fair. Ducky. But now that he got this, he's extremely strong. But you want to know what's crazy? Let me talk to you, Muscle. You want to know what's crazy?
Bro, drop it on me.
People are complaining and they want it changed. Specifically for the reason that you told me, right? To where when he's polymorphed, he still has hyper armor. In which case, in a balanced world, it makes sense. If he gets CC'd, then yes, then let him, get staggered, right? But that's not the world that we're in. We're in library world, baby. This isn't a balanced world. So the fact that he still has hyper armor, when he's CC'd makes him that much more of a beast, right? The fact that he barely has any hit stun when he's hit by Jacko's ultimate and can just straight up jump out of it, give him that. Reason being is because these base characters have had the hardest time, the hardest struggle, and it makes me so upset that these other legends have gone untouched for the longest time, with the granted, with the exception of Zapeta, right? A lot of these characters have been reigning supreme for the longest time, and people deal with it. It is still in the game, it's still not being properly adjusted. So the fact that one of the base characters got this beautiful update, just like his beautiful muscles, he's been getting nerfed for the longest, and I don't know the last time that he actually got properly buffed. The fact that he has this buff, keep it. He needs it. I feel as though for the unit that he is, when he pops ultimate, shit should go down. When he pops ultimate, there should be fear. It's in his quote. You need to fear the king. My man is glowing. My man got muscles. You need to fear the king. You should be afraid. Very afraid. Like, when my man pops ult, that shit is hitting. And it should be. He should not be moved. He is an unmovable unit. If you don't have the team synergy, you shouldn't be getting him off point. So now I do still think that he should have hyper armor, because even when he's stunned, yes, he's stunned, but he won't get staggered, right? If he's getting stunned, do some quick damage, but you better know how to maneuver. You better know how to reset your jumps whenever you hit up in the air. That way you can continue jumping up in the air. You better know how to get in Muscle's head. That way he cannot get you off the point.
Yeah.
This is the crazy thing that's going on right now, and it makes me so upset, because I'm like, we've been playing in a very, very messed up game, right? A very unbalanced game. And for how bad things are, theoretically speaking, nobody should be playing this for how bad it is. But the fact that now Kaiser has this, now it's ever so bad. And I put this same energy towards Alice. When Alice got all the nerfs that she got, she didn't need any of those nerfs. I don't care if her win rate, because of the statistic and all that shit. No, the things that we see is not that. I don't care if Kaiser has a big win rate. That's not the shit that we see. Realistically speaking, we don't see that. Who's out here playing I said call him power. Who's out here playing Kaiser like that? Nobody. We see him in other, regions being played and stuff like that. But for us, what we see is not that. So I don't think that even with this, it's crazy that he doesn't get staggered even when he's CC'd. I don't care. Keep it. So I want to know your genuine take on that, man.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie. I am never gonna be able to top that. Off the jump, the bar is so hard to even come close to Metsu. You for real laid down. I was talking today in SO Gen. Mm-hmm. And people were sharing their opinion as to how Kaiser's he's a little overwhelming right now in a couple situations, etc. You were even talking hypothetically as to the duel scenario. If you really think about it, what the fuck is Robin gonna do now? He's literally just coming at
dog.
you.
Exactly. You got this big muscle man. You need to be afraid. Very afraid. Dog, he's coming for you. He got that dog in him now, bro. You're not. What the fuck is the little arrow gonna do to muscle, bro? I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'll be quiet. I'll be quiet.
No, you good. I honestly, I'm appreciating the energy, because I was kind of a little dead pre-hand, because I just came from work, bro. I'm not gonna let you amping me the fuck up, but
I got mad passion for it, bro. This is what DF is about, bro. Oh my gosh, man. Lord,
season after season, everyone would know that if I'm in your custom, if I'm whatever, I'm complaining about something about Kaiser, something regarding a lot of issues, including he still has a lot of glitches that interact with the game. His hitbox is just still really janky, so it's really frustrating to play him in general, because I remember, like I said, I was talking to Nestle Gen, bro. BR days, you will never know Kaiser BR struggle like I think I did. And I streamed it so people would snipe me, and then I wasn't part of the clique back then, so I couldn't make it to top 4. So I'm borderline raging every single fucking day, but I'm playing Kaiser, running my head against the wall in this game mode that I don't think it was even meant for. So people literally have 4 boxes open. I'm just starting my second. So it was a big time of struggle for the character itself. even playing him in a couple other game modes, like season 1, he was like kind of a ragdoll. He kind of did his thing, but Witch Queen was OP that season, so he just wasn't really playing. Next couple seasons, Assassinator came in because Rares came out, and then fucking Red was like hitting me for 2 hits with like rage. Like I couldn't even tank anything. I couldn't get rares because you're gambling to get the fucking rares. It was getting Kaiser to the point he is today is astronomically different. Like the fact that people can complain about him nowadays is even like strange to me. So like that's why when a lot of people say to me like, oh bro, Kaiser this, Kaiser that, Kaiser this, I'm just like, ha yeah bro, yeah. And I usually reserve my comments because like I have a whole bunch of rebuttals. And let me tell you, because we are easily like in neutral. Like a lot of the times we have to wait almost 1 to 2 stocks to even get our first ult for 10 seconds. So like if you don't make the best out of it and you are ground zero this much fucking bar, you are not playing for the next whatever time, and pray to God your punch isn't getting interrupted, because it happens all the time. These fucking hitboxes are absolutely insane, and I can't really manage all this stuff while still being able to be a useful tank. But no, Metsu hit the nail right on the head. I genuinely think that people complaining about Kaiser is kind of funny. So I kind of like him being meta. Now I'm seeing a lot of people coming out of the woodwork now, like, oh, bro, I'm a Kaiser man, this kind of stuff, and it's just like, yeah, bro, we'll see how it lasts, because he'll be nerfed soon. It won't last long. Like I know how the devs have been on Kaiser, and to be honest, it's been brutal. Like the last buff we got was compensation because Tenacious Spirit was nerfed to the fucking dirt. Like it used to be so much better. Yeah, so then we got Strong Heart as a compensation, and then a 40% like redux on stuns or something like that. You're like, oh, you can't stun Kaiser anymore. It's just, yeah, but he can't tank anymore because he can't take multiple hits. I can't build like. But back then, Rare was stronger. But guess what? Rare got nerfed a couple patches after. So if you really look at the patch notes, like I do, if Kaiser's not in, I'm usually not paying attention. So unless somebody else pings me about something being BS or me noticing things during game, I don't really care about any other patches. So Kaiser Struggle's been real. We in it now. That's all I gotta say, bro. Listen, started at the bottom. Now we're here. All right, I'm good.
So overall, it's just like talking to everybody. Like I'm looking dead at everybody right now in the SL community. Stop complaining about fair shit. It's stupid. It's dumb. We have Snow. We have Wukong. We have Molly. We have Red. All you fucking Red players, it's stupid for y'all to be complaining. For everybody that plays Snow, it's stupid for y'all to be complaining, bro. For everybody that plays Jacko, Aggression, Lightning, it's stupid for y'all to be complaining, bro. It's so fucking stupid for so much damage to be going on in this game, for everybody to be wanting to play comp, for everybody to be wanting to be good at this game, for everybody wanting to be a fucking pro at this game, playing in the dog shit meta that it is right now. But then when the fair characters get touched, bro, remember when Peter got nerfed? Do you remember how big his ultimate used to be? And the fact that people actually complained, saying that when Peter ulted, it was just a free point clear. When Snow uses a skill, it is a free KO. When Red uses a skill, it is a free KO. We've seen how fast you can take back point. Peter can clear the point. Nice. You clear the point for 1 second, and now Red is on your ass and you're dead. Guess what? They got the point back. Guess what? Red has an ultimate again. Guess what? Snow has an ultimate again. Can't touch him. Guess what? Wukong has his ultimate. You're flying 100 feet off the map. Guess what? Wolfgang has his ult again. Guess what? He has full health. What other characters do we want to talk about? It's stupid. And I don't care what pro player you are. I don't care what SL player you are. I don't give a fuck your stance on any of the busted characters. And I don't care anything you have to say about any of the base characters of this game. The fact that Kaiser has this is amazing. The fact that people are complaining is stupid. And you need to readjust yourself.
Oh my god.
Fuck anybody's opinion on this update, on this adjustment. Fuck anybody's opinion on anything about the base characters, because y'all the same motherfuckers that are using the busted shit and continue to play this game. Unfiltered Metsu. I had to do it.
Damn, bro. Listen, you want to play some Def Jam later? Like, I'm
Dog, that's the type beat that I'm on, bro. That's the type beat that I'm on, bro.
I'm saying, bro, like, yeah, what was that shit you said you had? Like, you played that game to get the demons out, bro.
Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Dog, anytime I was heated, I had to play some Def Jam, bro.
No, bro. No, I honestly, like I said, I feel that so hard. I mean, now people might actually respect me. It fucking does, bro. Like,
bro,
for real,
what's crazy? People are gonna disrespect you because you're using Kaiser. People are gonna say,
What am I gonna do to your ultimate? Oh my gosh! Oh, I can't hit you during your ultimate. I can't stop you during your ultimate. Oh, you're Kaiser player. Oh, you're so cheap. Also, you suck at the game.
like, bro, you're not gonna get respect. You're not gonna get respect. You think you're gonna get respect after this? No, negative. No one's gonna respect you. No one's gonna give you credit. Nobody's gonna give you credit. They're gonna say you're using meta. No one can move you off point, and your character is brain dead. All of the credit, all of the hours that you have into Kaiser, all of the hard work, blood, sweat, and tears, all of the punishing moments, the vigorous training that you went through with Kaiser, none of that matters, because all of this big adjustment is going to completely negate all of that credit. When you pop, people are going to complain.
I mean, even then, they'd still complain about it beforehand.
Exactly! Like, that's what I'm saying! Before this, people were complaining about Kaiser! It makes no... bro. Look, now here's another thing, right? Power knows this about me, is that I'm a huge Kaiser advocate, but on the low. In private, he knows that I'm a huge Kaiser advocate. I don't publicly play Kaiser as much as Power, but I have a big passion for him.
He does. No,
I put a lot of time into Kaiser. I know my Kaiser, bro.
It's nice.
This is just a really, bro. Look. I'm just letting out all the passion I have for this man, because he's been on a struggle bus, man.
No, he really has been. No, but bro, I feel you. Like, you try and get me emotional, bro. Nah, man. Nah. Hey, bro, chill. No. Cause like, bro, I had, you know how many clips, like, Bloody, I know you, like, what is it? You run your train right now. It's all good, bro. I see it. I still love you. But you remember how many times you come to my stream and you literally, like, clip me, like, fucking raging, bro? Like, you have clips of me that I didn't even know existed. Like,
oh my
bro,
gosh, like, man.
I love me some Jack. Y'all talking about, I mean, like, bro, like, you could have, like, your fucking legends. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love you, not the character, bro. I'm sorry, bro. I hate the game on this one, not to play it. You feel me? Like, I always knew that, even in INS, like, I even remember, bro, the first fucking, was it even a try? I was just playing customs with y'all. And we playing TDM. And I hovered Kaiser, and every single one of y'all is just like, bro, this man crazy. Like, what the fuck is you doing? And like, bro, I was in there. I was trying. I got my ass beat. But like, I got a couple KOs. You know, I got my licks in. And now people don't even want to fuck with me and fucking do a touchdown, because all I do is knock them down the fucking bottom portion. Shit was literally like the come up for Kaiser, bro. I mean, I'm happy to still be playing, because I honestly thought about quitting beforehand.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, I already went through my phase of freaking quitting with TOF. But anywho, so moving on to the next thing, right? Is that we have this update. We have this update with Kaiser, right? Now, when he gets nerfed, because we know it's coming. We know it's coming realistically, right? Be it this was a bug or something intentional. What I want to know is, alongside his nerf of hopefully being adjusted so that he can get comboed when CC'd, which means that we're going to have to see Witch Queens, which is going to be great. We have to see what's it called? Freaking Alice and Rapunzel, right? Now, actually, now here's another thing: is that what I would like to see is an upbringing of Witch Queen. Reason being because he does have hyper armor during the frog, right? And this is something that I don't think that people are considering. He has hyper armor during frog, right? But think about it: if he doesn't get staggered while in frog form, and he's like lower HP, you don't have to worry about him getting knocked like away and you can't combo him. You can now confirm that kill while he's in frog. He can't do anything. And he's just a sitting duck, literally. Get what I mean?
For sure.
But anywho, alongside this potential, nerf or adjustment, again, hopefully it's only to where he will get, staggered while CC'd. What would you like to see that follows suit? I'd say give it a top 3 or just anything on the top of your mind right now that will all right, if you're going to do this to Kaiser, other things have to get attended to. They have to get, you have to pay attention to this. You cannot just do this to Kaiser and not properly touch up on other things. Be it honestly, damage adjustments, skill adjustment, anything.
Dude, I don't know. Yeah, I see what they were trying to do, because even if you really think about it, we look at the skill nerf, right? Is that their way of saying here's a bonus but here's a negative? I think in the way that they're gonna try to adjust is maybe cooldowns. I think that's a big thing, and that's where I think it's gonna hurt the most, because already as it is one of the longer to charge ultis. So I think they're just gonna maybe even add charge to it. These are just constant little micro adjustments that they've always done to honestly, I don't really see ult charge adjustments as often anymore, if you really think about it. So I think he was one of the ones only designated for that kind of change. I think last one that I saw was maybe Witch Queen? Witch Queen got an ult adjustment because it really took a long time, but then afterwards I've seen her pop it a lot more times consecutively. Still a lot to charge, but not as bad as Kaiser, I feel, in my opinion. I think that's gonna be it.
Cool. Yeah, so I wanna see what's gonna happen with the Kaiser adjustment and what else is going to follow suit for sure.
Yeah. No, I'm absolutely looking forward to it. I do think it I'm not gonna lie, I think it might be a hot fix thing, because I do think especially in the casual level, he's gonna be oppressive as fuck. That's what I will say, because even now people still have problems with Kaiser. It's the whole flare issue. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How many people do you see going to SO Gen and they're like, bro, flare is so fucking strong? Have you tried timing your autos? Have you tried timing jumping, movement, etc.? Nobody really ever considers these things because everyone's trying to just run directly at someone and then get punished. And I feel with that kind of mindset against this new Kaiser, it's more for the new players as well coming in. I don't even know how that's gonna be the reaction. That's just my whole entire take, because I have to play devil's advocate too, because if I'm a new player and I'm facing that shit gonna be hard. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Off the bat,
because,
I don't know.
Because we're realistically freaking season 1, vanilla SL. I remember complaining about, because I'm bro, when he ults, I don't know what to do. What do you do against him? Until you started learning about his gaps, and then you can stagger him, etc., etc. But for sure, what's crazy is though, this adjustment was to cater to new players, to casuals. Did you read that?
Yeah, no, I did.
They were
but
like, because people don't know how his ult works, now we just made it easier and he has perma armor.
see, but like, I see that. That's why I brought it up as a new player perspective, because of the fact that they were trying to implicate it as like a not known factor, but now people not knowing how he like. Basically, you have to develop some sort of counterplay against it now. It's gonna be even harder. Now, you can stun him, but if you're the slightest bit capable and you can read a little bit, you can build Kaiser almost every time.
Yep.
And he's gonna be a unit. So curious to see the next couple days, because if this is the first couple, I'm curious to see the rest of them.
Imagine this stays. Imagine this stays for the long run.
I mean, I'm here for it, bro. Like,
facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to get 100k mastery, bro. Like,
oh my god.
I'm here, bro. I'm up to 7 here. You know what I'm saying? Like,
what's do we got like any more topics to cover that we did last time? I don't think
we
so.
mainly ended up covering the end of that, and I think that's when we ended. Once we finished the patch notes, I'm more uncertain we went directly into the customs.
Yeah. So is there anything else like on your mind right now like to talk about before we wrap this up?
I mean, genuinely, I don't know. I'm happy my character got some recognition. Only problem is I'm not sure the publicity he's getting is the best. So like, I mean, if you check out, if I show you guys like my DMs the last couple days, it's not been good. Or like, I guess 2 days, 1 day. Right. They're like, bro, this is not okay. And I'm like, okay.
So passion aside, right? Passion aside, and keeping it cool and calm and collected, right? Putting my love aside for muscle. Fuck Kaiser. Putting my love aside for, that was an actual slip up, bro. Putting my love aside for Kaiser.
Love you, bro.
Is that?
No, I appreciate it.
It's just that, you know what? I'm putting some passion in this. Not obviously as strong as I did previously, but it mind boggles me the takes that people have on things like this. It just I don't know. I don't know how to comprehend the sense of being able to play this game for so long the way it was, but with adjustments like this, it's not okay.
No, for sure.
Like, the only thing that I can see is just that, okay, we already have a large portion of busted things, so it's not okay to add on to it, right? But on the contrary, it's like you either nerf the things that are an issue down to it being fair, or you bring everybody else up to speed.
You know what my concern is? Have you noticed like how Jacko is like a Franken version of himself almost each time, and every single time he gets reworked, it's like a complete adjustment that either is completely great or like kind of really missing the mark and not really going for what they intended. So like, I feel like if this is the start of something, I feel like Kaiser's gonna get constant adjustments to where maybe we won't even recognize the legend for what he once was. Or maybe they'll revert it all together. But this is just speculation based on reworks that we've seen previously. Now, Jacko is a very unique character with his like boomerang and things like that. So I understand the mechanic of it is a lot more broad, so they can do a lot more things with it, but still keeping like basically the essential like concept of it. And I think that's what they're gonna do with Kaiser. I'm not sure how long this is gonna stay, but one thing for certain, I just know that they're probably gonna respond to this. So I might have to start playing soon before they change that.
Yeah, definitely get as much Kaiser time in now before the adjustment, man. Yo, facts, man. Like, get all the Kaiser clips you can. Like, just get 20 clips of you ulting and then just standing there and not being able to move. Because nobody can draw for you.
I always used to get mad at watching like people in INS playing red and how they stood there and danced around and nobody could do anything about it because their movement was always nice because they could always.
Oh yeah, of course, bro, dog.
Right. So
even now, but like back then, like it's still even now, but back then INS, it's dog. Movement, like people didn't understand the definition of movement. You couldn't Google what the definition of movement was and get the same definition that INS had.
God, now
you had to go on ins.com.
ins.com. No, but now I'm gonna feel like Arch, but instead I'm not gonna be invisible and everybody can see me, but they can't do anything about me. So I'm just like.
Oh, you're gonna be standing there like flexing on them and like taunting them, like, bro, you can't do nothing. Can't move me.
I'm saying it's gonna be fun.
My
I'm
gosh.
actually excited.
All right, so that's gonna wrap up this podcast. And then on Sunday we'll see if he gets adjusted before then, or we'll continue, keeping an eye out on SLGen and just seeing how the community may adjust to this. So.
Yes, sir.
Yep. All right. And yeah, that's everything. So until Sunday, brother, I appreciate you coming back out so that we can chop this up. And again, for everybody that missed our previous episode 2 version, is that you can come over to Twitch and watch it here in order to, get the proper audio listening to it. And everybody on YouTube, again, thank you for the huge support. Our previous episode has hit over 200 views, and I'm very happy about that.
Congrats, man!
Congrats to you too, brother. This is you, man.
You're freaking like.
Look. We are partners here. This is a cooperative thing. This is not just. Do you see the big ass man behind me? That I have to hold back from the world? Come on, bro. You just got an adjustment. Calm down. You see what Kunai is doing to Kaiser right now? So again, everybody out on YouTube, I appreciate you. Thank you so much for the support. We're going to continue bringing these episodes. And let us know what you think about these adjustments in the comment section below, man. Be sure to join up in the Discord server as well. That way you can interact with both Muscle and myself. This is Metsu.
And Muscle.
And we will catch you all in the next episode. Thank you so much.